Okay, so I'm recording this video to go over how we're gonna be doing our Zoom meetings now that we're doing this online class, and I want to provide videos that are both instructional and helpful for you. So just an overview for those of you that haven't had a chance to have your Zoom meeting for whatever the reason was. There's a lot of adjustments I'm trying to make in terms of like setting up the Zoom meeting. So just in case I was overlooked someone or made a mistake, or I'm still trying to get things set up, I wanted to make a video to kind of go over how the Zoom meetings would be run. So for the Zoom meetings, we're going to be discussing topics that are posted in both Google Classroom and on Khan Academy. So for Google Classroom, the assignments are posted under classwork, and so you can go there. For Algebra 2, we're in Unit 6. For our Precalculus, we're in Unit 5. But I post all the classwork. That includes both PowerPoints, questions of the day, like notes, comments there, grades, which these grades aren't going in the grade book yet, of course. We can't make grades mandatory at this point, but just so you have an idea of what progress you're making so far, that'll be in Google Classroom as well. And then for classwork, my classwork is going to be due Friday at every Friday at 11:59 p.m. So this gives you 5 days for you to work through the assignments, and there'll be enough material uploaded for you to have material to work on throughout that week. So I'll post a assignment on Monday or Tuesday of that week, depending on what class I have for you. And so Monday and Tuesday you can go on and see exactly which assignment is due, get started on it. And I try to set it up so that these assignments are set up so that you can work on a small increment of it throughout the week. So maybe on Monday you can do 2 videos and 2 exercises to practice, and then maybe you don't work on it again until Wednesday, and then Wednesday you can do another 2 videos and 2 exercises, and then so on as the week goes on. So I'm giving you the freedom to set it up the way you want. You don't necessarily have to do it like this. You can do it all in one sitting. You can do a chunk on Monday and a chunk on Tuesday. You can divide out however many videos and exercises and do an even number on each day. It's completely up to you, as long as you finish with everything by Friday at 11:59 p.m. So what's mandatory at this point is any exit tickets from the given lessons and answering questions on Google Classroom. So far these are the only 2 things that are mandatory. So there's already an exit ticket for multiplying polynomials on the last slide of the PowerPoint I posted. I think it's on like slide 60, 62 or 63. I'm not exactly sure, but it's on one of those slides. You'll see the exit ticket. You're going to take a photo of it and email it to me or upload it to Google Classroom. The questions, you can put your answer in directly on Google Classroom. So these are the only 2 things that are mandatory up to this point. PowerPoints, anytime I upload a PowerPoint to Google Classroom, it's going to go through the instructions. It'll go through an example. It'll give you practice problems with answers, It'll give you practice problems without answers. It'll give you an exit ticket. So that's kind of how I set up the PowerPoint. And then from the PowerPoint, I'll come up with one simple question or example, and one challenging example or problem that we're going to go over during the Zoom meetings. So I'm not going to make the Zoom meetings like a traditional class. After this video upload, it'll be solely, okay, let's go through a simple example of how to do this topic. Let's do a challenging example of how to do this topic. And then the rest is up for you to ask questions if you need any help. If I see someone is struggling in the class, I may ask you to stay so that we can do some one-on-one help, whether it's in a small group or you by yourself, just so that you're getting the support you need. Lastly is Khan Academy. Khan Academy is not mandatory just yet, but again, it's another way, well, maybe not again, but it's a way for you to get some supplementary materials. So there are videos there. There are lots of examples there. There's a lot of practice problems there. So I assign those so that you are getting the practice you need. Maybe the PowerPoint wasn't enough for you to understand, so I'll direct you to a video or an example practice problems on Khan Academy. I'm not looking to make this mandatory until maybe next week. So right now, as of, March 30th, 2020, it's not mandatory yet. It's just a way for you to kind of get some extra practice and see videos explaining a topic. So for those of you that haven't signed in or signed up, the class code is already uploaded in Google Classroom, so you can go and look at that and start working on assignments if you need to. Then for these Zoom meetings, they're going to end every day after I go through a simple example, a challenging example, and answer questions about those. They'll end with question answer section. This is just a time for you to, okay, I had trouble with this topic. I need some practice on this. I can share my screen with you and show you exactly step by step how to do it. I can answer any background questions. Maybe you've forgotten a concept from Algebra 1 that you need help with, and I'll help you with that. So for that time, sometimes I'll do a whole class. Sometimes I'll allow people that aren't having trouble to log off. And sometimes I'll call particular people that I see are struggling with the topic and give them some one-on-one support or small group support. So that's basically how the Zoom meetings go. You have a day and a time each week that you're to log in. It's mandatory. You should have already looked at the PowerPoints and either started the exit ticket or looked at the exit ticket that needs to be submitted. You have questions prepared to ask during the Zoom so that I can help you with that, so that you're prepared to submit everything by Friday. I've gone through a simple example, a challenging example, and then I finish off with answering any questions that you have. So that's the gist of how the structure of our online classes will go and how our Zoom meetings will go. They shouldn't last more than 25 to 60 minutes on any given day. It just depends on the topic and the amount of practice problems that people want me to go over. Okay. So if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Send me an email. Put a comment in the discussion like boards or the comment section. And if you have any questions, let me know.